Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's Jason. So today, to christen my new PC, I'm gonna be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Yay! Everyone keeps saying how amazing it is, and I figured I'd give it a try. I've played a few visual novels like Danganronpa, so we'll see what it's all about. My name is Yasone. Oh my gosh, okay. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. Another kind of friend you never say you stop making today, but it just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. God, what a suck up. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Those anime eyes! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. I'm such a dick. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Well, he was, because he's a jerk. I mean, me. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Jeez, I'm a douche. Fine, fine. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Yasone, have you decided on a club to join yet? Not yours, just kidding. A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. Right there with you, brother. Uh-oh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. No, it's not that important. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Okay. I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. A NEET. Not familiar. Trust me, right? Oh, you trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it'll make you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? It's because you love her. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me making me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School is days as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. If only that was the case for my high school, am I right? After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of class, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, then you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. This is very much an anime game though, right? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Oh, what could go wrong at the literature club? Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature club is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to anime club. Come come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Natsuki. I can't tell if Sarah is really that much of an airhead, or is she so cunning as to have planned this all? I thought you're supposed to relate to the character that you play as, and this guy is a jerk. Not a fan. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. That is like me, I would do anything for food, more specifically desserts. So, they got that on point. Yeah, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Believe me, you'll do it a lot more in the future. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Ugh, I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Girl 1. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Yaesoni, what a nice surprise. You look nice. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Wow, wow. I'm a horn dog, I guess. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry, Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. I mean, sure. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. Yeah, so don't piss her off, bro. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Aw, so embarrassed. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? Wow, they all have very, Japanese names and then Monika. That's right. It's great to see you again, Yaesoni. Monika smiles sweetly. Look at that pose. Interesting. Okay. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. You have no idea. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. He has a boner. Come sit down, Yaesoni. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. Where's this table? All I'm seeing is desks. Literally unplayable. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Right there with you, girl. Then, how about I make some tea as well? Okay, I was too quick to judge. I guess they didn't have enough time to illustrate it or something. I don't know. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. It's in the corner room, grabs a wrap tray, and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward. Munch back, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Yes. Ta-da! Whoa! So I have to try to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh, I'm down. Pass over here. I already forgot your name, Natsuki. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Dope, I'm down. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around, and my fingers looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is this like her kink? No kink shaming here. Pro Team Scrubs, we don't kink shame. I promise. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Oh, why are you thanking me? It's not like I heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. I I thought you technically did. Say already said, well, maybe. But not for you. No, you dummy. Okay. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation, as would I. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Wow. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? No. Well, maybe. I don't read. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Gosh, stop Monika, like, throwing her under the bus. Let her impress a guy. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I would too. I meant that, you know. Yeah, Monika's just jealous. I believe you. Well, teen reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoyed tea. I'm glad. It's music, though. I can jam. So what made you consider the literature club? I was forced. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here. See, I said that. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet. Sarah seemed really happy here. Well, you know, whatever does it for you. That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. I wasn't. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Okay. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. You take this very seriously. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Welcome to the real world, sister. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages me, others, to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Okay. People passionate about literature. Good for them. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Yeah, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Oh wow, she's so peppy all of a sudden. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all here. Also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Gosh, I am struggling to read. Hence why I shouldn't be joining the literature club. Or maybe I should be. I don't know. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Sames. Manga. I don't even read that yet. I mutter quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Nope, you got that right. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. He wants to put it in. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri chooses the rim of her teacup. Suggestive! My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story of such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. To each their own. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Oh, I guess I should have said that. When you start up the game, there's like a mental health warning. So, if that's any indication of what will be coming up, just saying. Yuri, you're looking a little bit more suspicious. Isn't it amazing how a writer can do so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. See, it's totally foreshadowing. I've never played this, so I don't actually know what's gonna happen. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yeah? Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Okay, don't be so, judgmental, Monica. If it takes another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. She's gonna be the first to die. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes started over for me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Yeah, that's a low blow. Monica is kind of just like a bitch. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. I'm not cute. That's okay. You write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? See, now I'm a nice guy. Where'd that come from? Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Oop. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Get ready for the bitch slap. Okay, let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then, next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Yasone? Don't bring me into this. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Oh, look at all those sad eyes. You can't say no now. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Yasone, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls, see I told you. Thinking with his dick. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided that. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Cool. Yeah, since that wraps around me jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. See, that would have been me in real life. Because they ain't no way I'm joining a literature club. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting and go on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over me once more. You think I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Me too. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Senri, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. I like how, of course, Monica. It's like they all don't even compare. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Or no. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen to whoever likes your poem the most. Interesting. Okay, well, who do we want to impress? I think we should do Yuri, because she's funny. Insight. Oh, nice. Climax. I'm killing it. Agonizing. Depression. Oh, wrong person. Oh, damn. Cage? Okay, that's a weird. A massacre. Graveyard. Suicide. Death. Oh, wow. Okay. Unrestrained. Frightening. Oh, kitty. Unstable. I think I already did a horror. Nibble. Fear. Oh wow. Are you just like emotion lady? What's going on? Contamination. Melancholy. Misfortune. Oh come on, really? Misery. Really? This is throwing me for a loop. Judgment? Okay. Dark. Oh wow, I thought I was killing it personally. Cause you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. What another thing him and I don't have in common. JK. That was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging on. Thanks for keeping your promise, Yasone. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst in the literature club when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You know she's right. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't even know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh shit, Monica. Really a mean person. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. I would argue the same thing. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry guys. Yasune always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire. Yeah, that'll do it. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous, see? Okay. The mutual attraction here is disgusting. How come? You and Yasone can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sarah seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I was thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Smooth moves. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Code words, kids. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Will I though? Will I? Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace, so never. I look forward to hearing what you think. Never. Just kidding. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika have a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it at the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Good man. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? Is it gonna be like about mass murder and she's just revealing her true self? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Also, that felt like a pretty big spoiler for the book, even though she said she was trying not to spoil it. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. See, messed up backstory. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, of their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. She's crazy. I'm calling it right now. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I've heard that there's something crazy or something about this. So it's her. She's crazy. And please stop me if I'm starting talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to do. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. I quickly retrieved the book and put it in my bag. Alright, it's fine. It sits here, right? It slipped into the next seat to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. Here, this should work. And then hold my book between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Ooh, getting close. Oh wait, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm, and on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to his side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It actually kind of distracted me. See, this totally. He's got a boner. It's as if I can feel my warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Boo! It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her on the side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You guys, I am calling this so hard. So hard. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. Is this just like her autobiography and she's passing it off as a book and like gets off to people reading about it and then she murders them? I don't know, speculations. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. I'd almost be insulted if I heard that. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Yasone, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with you. See, that's what I just said. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. It's pretty mean to say. Sorry, I didn't really think you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's a kind of cute. Ah, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay everyone, I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Is that alright Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. No, it's not. It's fine. I ruined your day, it was me. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? Feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Ma'am, yes ma'am, jeez. And slip it into my bag. By the way, did everyone remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! On the wrinkled sheet, a loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Ooh, who should I share my poem to first? Well, Yuri, because I made it for her. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes line, exceptional. What was that? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? It's a huge compliment. This is actually my first time. Really? Huh? Yuri stares blankly and then looks at the poem again. Well, I know that. Oh, do you now? Got a, literature critic over here. As if it's breaking down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing. Ooh, I skipped it. Don't know what this is. I haven't been through that myself. I kind of learned to pick on them. Okay. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. I'm sorry, I just did this because I was told. You don't have to, you know. This isn't a big deal to me. That's really the crux of things. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Yeah, we got that. Of course there's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Yeah, you shouldn't. I'm not sure if you're apologizing yourself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Which is kind of funny. After all, it's supposed to be literature club. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the last of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Check. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Shut up. I wasn't thinking that at all. But if it took you long to read, well, I just don't read script very often. That was like a backdoor insult. Sort of. It was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Because she's crazy. She insane. If I'm right, all you who decide to watch this video owe me $50. That's right. Each. I'm going high on this one. The story is about a ghost at all, is that really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance at it. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences because she's crazy and there's something wrong. She painted a picture that she's crazy. The poem only being symbolic compared to a ghost, lingering in her last reigning place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too. Okay. Yes, we get it. You know, I was really nervous about doing this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing this. That's my best for you. Crazy chick lady's trying to get my pants, and I'm probably trying to get her pants back too. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop it here, and next time we'll see how other people react to my poem that I didn't make for any of them. Okay, bye.